Hey, it's Michael Kosta. Hi, this is the Tennis Anyone podcast. It is July 2nd, Wednesday. I am in the warming room of the sauna. It's not on. So this is where I have a little bit of privacy to chat with you for the Tennis Anyone podcast this week. And Wimbledon has been on for 2 days. And we're going to do something fun this episode. We're just going to listen to Kosta look at the results live reaction because I don't really know what's been going on. But thanks to social media, I've seen that there's been kind of some nuts results. Yesterday after golfing, I popped in a bar, saw Djokovic talk to the trainer in a set each. I know that Alcaraz beat the British guy today. Taylor Fritz and Diallo are playing right now. I had a dream that I played Taylor Fritz and I lost, and I had a real heart-to-heart with myself about where I was and where my game was. And Mike Russell, Taylor's coach, was a part of that conversation with me. And there was a lot of we're not really sure if you have what it takes, and just really hilarious stuff. That I was on the court with Taylor Fritz and I lost a tight match. And Taylor and I were also somehow friends. And Mike Russell was also coaching me, even though I played his player and lost. It's a dream, folks. I would love to be playing in a tennis tournament against Taylor Fritz now in my career. Instead, I'm sitting in a warming room in a sauna on the hottest day of the year in July, trying to find time to step away from my family and our house guests to do the Tennis Anyone pod. I should have the Lucky Loser book cover right here for those of you watching on YouTube. Instead, it's a wonderful painting of my dog, Walter, that was given to me last year from a neighbor. Thank you, neighbor. Lucky Loser's out, crushing it. Audible book. If you want to see some reviews of the Lucky Loser, I posted some positive and negative reviews on my Instagram. And it's a beautiful summer day. Daily Show is dark this week. We're back on next week. No, I don't have hosting schedules. Thank you for asking. Elon Musk and Donald Trump are at it again. The big, beautiful bill, which, by the way, Biden's bill was Build Back Better, triple Bs. And, Trump was really subtle and solemn when he was saying this is a good bill. It's got something for everybody. That terrifies me. When he is trying to be presidential is when you really got to watch the fuck out because he's trying to really sell us. And so I don't know exactly what's in the bill, but sounds like a fucking mess. And of course it goes down party lines. Of course, JD Vance breaks the tie. And yeah, I said it once, I said it again. He was losing the protests in LA, so he bombed Iran. And there is one thing that quote unquote alpha males respond to, and that is force and power. And I do believe LA did a nice job of saying, oh, fuck no, that's not going to happen. You're not just going to come in here and do that. We will fight back and stupidly wave Mexican flags in your face, but also push back. And I hope everyone realizes now, Donald Trump, this isn't a fun, cute first term. This is the I don't give a fuck second term. And the only thing he responds to is strength and power. So judges, step up. Step up. Here's something unrelated. There's a little bit of an outdoor shower over there. And earlier in the spring, there was a bird's nest. And I have a beautiful picture of 4 small turquoise eggs in the bird's nest. I'll post it on a clip, hopefully. Really touching and beautiful, right? Just to see something to see a species betting on the future, building a family, literally nesting, beautiful eggs. And I don't know the species. I'm sure somebody out there will. Please tell me. Anyways, I was going to remove the nest, Googled it. It's like, don't move the nest. It's its home. I don't even know if I'm supposed to remove it now. The birds are now grown. I believe 3 survived. There's another picture of 3 birds in the nest. I don't know where the other one went. And now they've been gone a long time, over a month. So I removed the nest. Am I a bad person? Am I going to go to bird prison? And I was just looking at it today, and it's absolutely beautiful, this thing. It's a perfect circle. This bottom part, there's a hole in the bottom here. This was up on the ledge, so it didn't, there was a little bit of straw in this bottom, but it looks like there's a hole in the nest. You can also see this on YouTube. So it was supported, is what I'm saying. The eggs weren't falling through the hole. Beautifully perfect circle, almost like a lined cement. I mean, that's to the touch. That is hard. The parents were building up that. I don't know a first thing about birds. Would love to know. I mean, look at this. Where does straw even come from? I did try to plant grass last year. It must be the straw. But I mean, that's a nice cozy nest, right? And that's solid. And I had recently watched this clip of beavers truly make cement. They get mud from the bottom of the river or lake, and they mix it, and they make a fucking cement. And humans are the worst thing that's ever happened to the earth. Isn't that beautiful? Just want to take a moment, think about birds for a sec, take a look at that nest. I'll post the picture so somebody can tell me what kind of bird it is. More fun to hear from you than the internet, than Google. And I don't know what I should do with this nest. For now, I will put it somewhere safe. I can't leave it where it is. That's the only thing, because people go in and out of the shower. It's a little dangerous. So I removed it, was going to put it somewhere else, but I don't even know if they come back to their nest. But really cool. Much love, birds. Mad respect. Let's not wipe out the environment. This is the only thing we got. Earth will win in the end. Look at that perfect circle. God damn, they're magical, huh? I don't see nothing major showing you a bird's nest. I don't see Served with Andy Roddick showing you a bird's nest. Now I have bird's nest on me. What if Tennis Anyone podcast, you try to download next week and it's like Kosta died from the avian flu? Shit, I didn't even think about that. Let's go with women's first. Let's just go down, okay? First seed, Sabalenka wins 6-4. She now plays Emma Raducanu in the second round. Raducanu beat Vondrousova 3-3. She's a Brit. She's dating Alcaraz, right? Is that the thing? I can't think maybe of a more boring couple. I can never tell if Alcaraz is boring or not because he's speaking English, which is his second, third, fourth, fifth language. It's always so hard to communicate and not in your main language. I would love to get to know Carlos Alcaraz in Spanish. But no world number one's like crush the personality department. Emma Raducanu, had a chance to interview her a few times, and I would say that how do I say this nicely? I believe these are boring tennis players. Maybe not boring tennis players. These are excellent tennis players who I might find personally a little bit boring. Mertens beat Lee. Mertens now plays Svitolina. Sierra beat Bolter. 6-1 in the third, the Brit. She now plays Buxa. Leylah Fernandez loses to Sigmund. Leylah Fernandez had a tough grass court season, I feel like. Madison Keys into the second round. Paulini loses. That's interesting. Number 4 seed. Paulini loses to no flag, Russian, Rakhimova. 6-4 in the third. Did not see that coming. Noskova beats Liss. I should not be doing this because I don't know how to pronounce everybody. Let me just tell you the ones that are interesting. Anna Samova wins first round. Perry wins. Holy shit. Am I looking at second round? I am. You fucking idiot, Michael. Andreeva, haven't played. Let's go back to the first round and see any upsets. Let's just do that. I started with the second round. My apologies, everybody. 32nd seed American Kessler loses first round. East Martins wins. Any other thing that are interesting? Paula Badosa loses to Bolter, number 9 seed. That's big. Who is this Sierra? SS Sierra. Lucky loser. Is that Argentine? Player profile. Solana Sierra. 101 in the world. All right. Good job, Solana. Vekic wins. Leyla Fernandez won her first round. Okay, so I'm going backwards now. Madison Keys won her first round. Paulini won her first round, loses the second round. I'm sweating. Next. Ooh, look at this. Anisimova wins first round over Putintseva. 0-0. Yikes. That's a beatdown. Any other surprises here? Ostapenko loses first round. That's surprising. She's 20 in the world, loses. And that's the top half. Nothing there. Let's look at the bottom half. Andreeva wins. Krejcikova. Remember, she's won the French and Wimbledon somehow, magically. Won 6-1. And I said I will get her on this podcast, which I will. 6-1 on the third. She wins first round. Navarro wins 3-1 against Petra Kvitova, which just said it was her last Wimbledon. So I've always liked Kvitova. Here's big. Muchova loses 5-2. How does someone with such a great serve, athletic ability, and volley ability lose at Wimbledon 5-2 to Wang? What else is interesting? 27 seed Lynette loses. She's Swiss. Volley nets, wins. Best name in tennis, period. Besides Tennis Sangren. Oh, here's the big news. Jessie Pegula loses to Cocciaretto. 2-3. Jessie Pegula loses 2-3. First round Wimbledon against someone who was 116 in the world from Italy. Something doesn't smell right. Injury? I think Pegula had a nice grass court season, if I remember. Swiatek wins. She's the 8 seed. Wow, that seems weird, seeing an 8 next to her name. Daniel Collins wins. Qualifier beats Kostiuk 6-4 in the third. That's first round. Anything else that's interesting? Rybakina wins 2-1. Former champion. Kasakina wins. Samsonova wins. Taylor Townsend loses to Kenin, 6-2. Kenin 28 seed. Taylor Townsend would be tough on grass. And Coco Gauff. Oh, that's the big one too. Coco Gauff loses first round. Jessie Pegula loses first round. Coco Gauff loses first round. Paulini loses second round. That's the 2, 3, and 4 seed. Wow. I did see briefly on ESPN Coco Gauff's match. Every time she loses, I'm like, yeah, huge holes in her game. No offensive forehand. Only does well on the run. Plays extremely well on clay. I liked her outfit. She was wearing kind of this Venus Williams almost evening gown dress, pajama, lingerie. It's definitely teasing you. But nobody at New Balance or the Coco Gauff camp is happy to know that she lost first round Wimbledon. I bet you that, again, will be such a learning experience. She won the French. Quick turnaround. Loses first round to Yastremet. Okay, you know what I'm saying. All right, gentlemen's singles. Lot of upsets, women's side. Let's do a good job, Michael, and go full draw. And let's go round one. Yannick Sinner, number 1 seed, wins first round. I'm just going to go through the ones that are surprising. Shapovalov loses. Third 27 seed. How the fuck are these guys losing with a serve like that? Dimitrov, 19 seed, wins. This French guy, Moutet, He is fun to watch. The lefty, 69 singles ranking. He's now going to play Dimitrov. Very fun to watch. Does a lot of between the leg shots. Just kind of like classic French showman, if you will. Reminds me a little bit of Santoro. Other men's, Tommy Paul wins in straight against a wild card. Ben Shelton wins in straight. Who else? Who else we got here? Gael Monfils beats Humbert in 5. Nakashima wins first round. Opelka wins 3, 5, and 6. Nice. Basilashvili is a qualifier and beats Musetti, the 7 seed. Basilashvili, I like watching him. I've always liked him. He has this strange, like, silent assassin's personality. And Musetti on grass, of course, that's who you want to play. That's the surface you want to play him on. But still, come on. Jack Draper wins in straight through a retire. Bublik loses, in 5 to Munar, the Spaniard. Anything else? Echeverry loses. Giron, American, wins. Mensick wins. Demanur wins. I should probably make this font bigger. Makic wins. American Mickelson loses 30 seed. Trey Eubanks loses 7-6 in the 5th. 10-3. Yeek. Djokovic wins in 4. Daniel Evans wins against another British wildcard. They both have wildcards. So not crazy. Let's look at round 2. Nothing has really been played yet. So ultimately, it's the women's side that has a lot of upsets. And yeah, I don't know how the grass is playing, as of late. I'm baffled that so many players choose to rip off the baseline still all the time. And I watch the close-up Instagram videos of these guys playing and practicing, and I'm like, I would never even want to run on that surface. I'd be afraid I was going to slip. But Taylor Fritz lost the first set to Diallo. Remember we talked about Diallo a couple podcasts ago? He was so loopy. Huge loop. Loose arm. I didn't like it. Taylor Fritz is up 2-1. By the way, if you're not following Wimbledon's Instagram, their content is unbelievable. They've done a fun Rube Goldberg machine post. They did a thing with a zoom camera that I think Australia may have started too. Or no, it was Indian Wells started it, where they zoom in on people and you can hear their audio, hear what they're talking about. It almost seems scripted. It's so funny and well spoken. And they'll use 2 old white guys watching, then a young black couple, then different ages, creeds, races, religions. Let's be honest. London is the one other city in the world that I walk around and I'm like, oh, this is reminding me of New York City with the different types of people, language, culture, food, prices. Wimbledon's Instagram is a lot of fun. And just when you feel like no one can come up with fun, sexy, celebratory posts anymore, because what are we doing? We're just giving everything to Instagram and TikTok. For what? For what? To make more money somehow? How? Instagram sends me $11 every year saying, thank you. Is that what I'm worth? I've been watching Alone, Australia. Not that good. Not that good. I don't know if Australians are new to Alone, but I mean, I'm down to the final 2, and it's like day 26. There's no food anywhere. One woman is digging up grass and eating worms, truly, frying worms on her plate. Another guy has just moved camp in a disaster situation, like moving all that shit in camp when you already don't have any food. Another guy, all of their shelters suck. They're just like tarps. If you're lucky, you catch an eel. The same woman that's eating worms is catching brown trout. That's keeping her alive. The other guy's eating eel, which just looks fucking disgusting. At one point, his fishing line is snagged on the bottom of the lake, and he goes in his underwear, 40-degree water, with a GoPro on his head. He's all alone, mind you, and dunks under the water and swims to the bottom of the lake to see if it's hooked a fish, swims back up and says, I can't see it. It's too dark and cold, and there's so much shit down there that I'm afraid I'm going to get stuck and drown. Yeah, no shit, bro. Cut it. It's okay. I don't know if where they are in Tasmania is just shit for food. They're not allowed to kill the platypus. I don't think they're allowed to kill the Tasmanian devil. They're hoping for wallaby, which no one has caught yet, or possum, which no one's caught yet. It's all about fish. It's all about starvation and can you fish? This is why Kosta would suck on alone. 1, I don't want to touch worms or fish. And 2, I like to eat. I do so much appreciate this show and the mentality that these people have. And, you know, they're this less than others. There seems to be some anger with how little food is around. By food, I mean animals you can kill. But I do love their appreciation of nature and just all the shit that comes up when they are truly alone out in the wild. But this Alone Australia has a long way to go compared to the last seasons of Alone. North America, Canada, whatever you want to call it, that are just fucking unreal. The skill set, the attitude, the mindset, the perseverance, and the problem solving. That's the adaptability of these men and women is just fascinating. The one guy in Alone Australia who's eel fishing, it's so wild to see him fail, try something again, fail, try something again, fail, and just keep trying. Eventually, it's like you don't keep trying the same thing. That's dumb. When you say never give up, that's dumb. Never give up trying new solutions. Okay, I'm fishing with a pole. It's not working. Now I'm going to do fishing with a line. Okay, that's not working. Now I'm going to set traps. Okay, that's not working. Now I'm going to set multiple different baits, different hooks, different parts. I love that. Love that. That's what life is. Keep trying to. That's what tennis is. I'm down a set. Okay, what didn't work? Adjust. I'm down 2 sets. Okay, what did they say? What did Jimmy Connor say? I never lose. I just run out of time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Tennis Anyone podcast. We talked about birds' nests. Very cool. What is this? Nobody knows, but very cool. We talked about Wimbledon results. We talked about, I got upcoming dates, San Antonio and Dallas, August 1 and 2. Please leave a rating and review. Please buy my book, Lucky Loser. It's crushing it. It's very funny. Getting a lot of great comments from all of you. Thank you. Tennis Anyone. I'm going on the road soon to Michigan to see my family. The next pod, I'm not sure when it's going to happen. Probably in a week. But enjoy watching Wimbledon and game, set, match. Kosta.